What's the most trouble you've ever been in?
Probably the first time I got suspended from school.
Why'd you get suspended?
Called the teacher a whole bunch of times.
Was your teacher being a bitch?
Yes.
I used to have kids like this all the time in my class who just didn't care, and she was probably one of them. That's crazy. I could never do that. My parents would literally annihilate me with a belt if I cussed my teacher out, let alone. Anyways, guys, welcome back to the YouTube video. You know, it's been a month since I uploaded. I'm trying to get good at this because first I gotta be comfortable in my videos, because now they just don't sound good because I'm not comfortable in what I'm saying or confident in it. But once I get used to this, the video quality will probably go up. So yeah, you guys just gotta be a bit patient, and I gotta upload more. But yeah, we're watching 100 teens confess the worst thing that they've ever done. And yeah, let's get into it.
What's the most trouble you've ever been in?
That's a difficult one. I don't know. I don't feel like I get in trouble. Most trouble I've ever been in.
Oh, the most trouble I've ever been.
Like, what kind of trouble?
I haven't been in trouble in a long time.
I was a pretty good kid.
They were exactly like me, bro. I barely ever get in trouble. I'm not an outgoing person to get in trouble or anything like that. In fact, I barely get in trouble. I'm like them, bro. I barely get in trouble. Like, some kids, bro, they just don't care. Like, their parents have no restriction on them. I got strict parents. I can't afford to get in trouble, or I will lose everything in the amount of seconds. The most trouble I've ever been in was probably back in 8th grade, and it was over a kid lying, and I was in the principal's office. That's like the last time I've ever been in trouble at school, or in trouble that was bad, like, in general. Like, every once in a while in school, I'll get in trouble, but that's just like me falling asleep. Like, just because I can't control it, I'll just get talked to by the teacher or something like that. But I genuinely don't get in trouble a lot.
What's the most trouble you've ever been in?
I'm such a goody two-shoes.
Goody two shoes.
Goody two-shoes.
Goody two-shoes.
There are too many of them like me. We need some people who got in some deep trouble, like some cop type stuff, bro. I need content. I can't wait for this.
I feel like you're lying about something. There's something you're keeping from me. Nothing you did.
In middle school,
6th grade.
7th.
In 7th grade, I had really bad grades.
I got caught cheating on a test once.
Being caught cheating on a test is the worst trouble you've ever been in, bro. Then you're lucky. I've never been caught cheating on a test because I don't cheat. Wink wink. But they're too good, bro. I need some kid who committed arson or something on here.
I got a lunch detention in middle school for chewing gum.
I climbed the roof of my school.
Well, I skipped classes a lot.
My parents got an email about it. Asian parents, when they're mad, is a different breed.
One time, they accused me of stealing lunches. I wasn't even stealing lunches. I wasn't even eating lunch. They even pulled me in. It was a cop there too, and they're like, "We know what you've been doing." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm not trying to eat that."
Schools be crazy sometimes because they think anyone wants to eat that food. They legitimately grab stuff out of the dumpster, make a few hamburgers out of it, and then expect everyone to eat it. At our school, we only have one good thing, and it's this hot chicken sandwich, and that's the best at any school. Other than that, bro, the hamburger patties are made out of water and dirt. That's the only thing I can say. Everything else is nasty. We had what was it called? Oh, I can't even remember. But there's one rule at my school that if you buy anything, you get it from a vending machine, because a vending machine is probably the freshest food you're gonna ever get at my school.
What's the most trouble you've ever been in?
Probably when I got into a fight and then I got suspended.
Suspended.
Why'd you get suspended?
Called the teacher a whole bunch of times.
Was your teacher being a bitch?
Yes.
They called my parents up and my parents disciplined me.
What's the most trouble you've ever been in?
I got a lunch duty one time for being on my phone.
Me and this other girl had beef,
There was this girl talking mess.
and I technically cyberbullied her. This is word for word. I still remember it. This motherfucking bitch-ass rat does not kill at the sport she thinks she does.
This one guy in theater with me, he ended up kicking me and I ended up kicking him back. They ended up letting me off, totally fine.
I got expelled. Ooh, tell me about this.
Picture day this year in 7th grade, I decided to take this mugshot. I get the photo and I'm oh my, as an ironic joke, I post on social media, oh, I look like a killer out of school. Looking back at it now, it was really dumb.
This is definitely something 7th grade me would get in trouble for, because I just post stuff like that to be funny on the internet, just say, oh, I look like a killer or something like that, and then like the school finds it and act like it's a big deal and it's gonna hurt their image, even though the school can't cook and all the teachers suck, stuff like that. And it's like, it's not that deep. If a kid says they're a killer in 2nd grade or 7th grade, my bad, sorry about that, guys, but yeah, if they say they're a killer in 7th grade, that's no reason to get expelled. Like, if it hurts your school image, so be it. I promise you 90% of the people who look at schools don't care about the image, unless it's like a super top quality private school that's like $2 million a year to get into. And I promise you it was just a public school. They care way too much.
What's the most trouble you've ever been in?
Most trouble I've ever been in. Oh my gosh.
Most trouble I've ever been in.
I feel like I've always been one of those like good kids that hasn't done like anything bad.
Something you want to admit to right now?
I don't remember.
I don't think I'm a troublesome kid.
Oh, I've been in a lot of trouble.
I've been in trouble so many times. I was caught one night on my phone past my bedtime. My mom caught me, so she put a kids app on it. Kind of resisting this, I didn't want it on. I found a way to get out of that kids app, and then she downloaded a different one, found a way out of that one, and then she put on this new one. Now I'm still grounded from my phone.
See, this is a guy I can relate to because I'm stuck with an app on my phone like that too. I still got it. I kind of want to get rid of it. I know how to. I'm just not going to at the time. But also, I'll tell you guys the story about how I got in like big trouble in 8th grade, because I just told you guys I got in trouble. I didn't tell you what. Basically, in 8th grade, I got in trouble from time to time because I was stuck in a friend group with this kid who was like a literal rat. Like, he was 4 feet tall, bro. He was short and everything. Played soccer. I'm not going to name him because he knows I'm talking about him if he watches this video. But he was just a big rat. He snitched on you. If you did anything to him, he'd snitch on you. And he'd like mess with you all the time. So you couldn't do anything back. And what ended up happening is we went to this community center. Basically, it's in our neighborhood. It's basically this like clubhouse for our neighborhood. And he ended up taking toilet water out of there and dumping it all over my head, all over my hair and everything like that. So I went and found a balloon, like a clear balloon, wasn't even a condom, threw it at him. He went to the principal, told him I threw a condom at him and that it got in his mouth and stuff. And then he tried filing, his parents tried filing like some lawsuit against me or something like that. But once they realized it was an actual balloon and that their son was lying, they didn't do anything. Like, he has rich parents, rich snobby parents anyways, so I wouldn't be surprised that they tried filing something because their kid was like a monster, and he still is. I saw him a few days ago. I tried being nice because I don't really care. But yeah, that's the story about how I almost got a lawsuit in 8th grade over a kid bothering me. When I say like this kid was a rat and no one liked him, all his friends were literally fake, including me. No one liked him. I wanted to fight this kid so many times back in 8th grade, it was embarrassing. Like, I really wanted to beat him up, and I know I could.
One time I accidentally broke into someone's house.
How did you accidentally break into someone's house?
I thought it was a different house.
Police report had to be so funny on this. They called in, they were like, someone broke into our house, and they're like, do you know the kid? They're like, yeah, he's my neighbor. He said he was trying to break into a different house. And they're like on the other side, like, so he was trying to break into someone's house, but he broke into the wrong one. Like, imagine having to explain that to the cops. They're there. They're like, you broke and entering. Do you realize what you did? You're like, yeah, but it was the wrong house. I broke into the wrong one. Are you guys not understanding?
I stole like an Echo home.
Money, clothes. The mall security made us line up outside of the mall and have my dad come pick us up.
See, that's what's crazy, because people are really willing to have their parents come pick them up. No way, bro. If a mall security cop had me go stand outside and have my parents pick me up, I'd hit the dash so fast and then tell my mom to pick me up at like the pizzeria across the street or something. No way am I having my parents come to the mall with a mall security who's going to explain the situation of what went down to my parents while I'm standing there. No, bro. I'm hitting the dash so fast, I don't care if I get banned out of the mall. I'm leaving. My parents aren't going to find out about that situation. I'll tell them in like a week or so, but like no way they're finding out by a cop security, because that's embarrassing.
I just remember my dad being really, really angry.
Super pissed off.
I never got caught, so never gonna admit to that.
You know for her a fact that her mom saw this video and is searching through her room like this second right now. She's going through everything. She's like, I know what you did, Kalisa. And she's just going through every drawer. And then while her daughter gets back home, she's like, I saw that video on YouTube. What'd you do? What'd you do? Also, sorry about that in the background, guys. I dropped my tech deck. I got like 2 more today, so I'm really hyped about that. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna end off the video here because yeah, it's past the 10-minute mark and I've been trying to make videos this long. And tell me how I did and what I can improve on, because I'm really trying to get the quality of these videos up for you guys. And have a great night.